मोस्ट बिगनर्स सॉलिडवर्क्स में मॉडलिंग करते टाइम रैंडम फीचर्स यूज करते हैं और इसी वजह से उनके मॉडल्स या तो ब्रेक हो जाते हैं या एडिट करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। इन दिस वीडियो मैं आपको एग्जैक्ट करेक्ट अप्रोच दिखाने वाला हूँ, कैसे आपको मॉडलिंग स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए और डिज़ाइन इंटेंट एक्चुअली कैसे सोचना है। अगर आप CSW या प्रॉपर कैड लर्निंग सीरियसली लेना चाहते हो, ये वीडियो आपके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। सो आज के वीडियो में हम एक CSWA का प्रॉब्लम सम यहाँ पे मॉडल करने वाले हैं एंड विल अंडरस्टैंड कौन से स्टेप वेरी क्रूशियल है एंड हाउ यू कैन मेक दिस सेम मॉडल इन डिफरेंट वे using different features. So this is our today's model. This is a Lego piece. I will attach this drawing in the description box. You can get it from there. So let's start. So in this drawing we have a front view, a left hand side view and a back view. And this is a section view of this section. And we also have second section, that is detail B, which is from here. So let's start. So let's start from the front view. Select plane according to you. But it is good practice to use the planes which I've mentioned in the drawing. So it is easier for replicating and transferring your drawing from one location to another, and it is easier for engineers to understand it properly without confusions. So we have a body of Lego that is a rectangular block, and we have 8 uh, connector pieces. So we'll first model this bottom block, a rectangular block for this. Select rectangle, a centered rectangle, and since they have mentioned the origin at the center of the rectangle, as you can see here, they have mentioned the axis with the x and y axis, the red color one here. So we'll follow this and we'll make a centered rectangle of dimensions. The breadth is 15.8 mm. We'll consider all the dimensions in mm every time. Unless they've specifically mentioned the other units, we'll use mm. And the length of this rectangle is 31.8 mm. And then we'll extrude our rectangle by 9.6 mm. So we have made it our block. So after this step, we can do two things. Both the ways are correct. You can either make this connector pieces first, or you can make the R block hollow. Both the ways are correct. Both the ways will take a same amount of time and same amount of efforts also. So we'll first go with the hollowness and then we'll make the connector pieces. So now we have to make our block hollow. Since it's a Lego piece, it will be going to fit above the another block. So sketch, and I will show you a trick that you can use in your future models also. The thing is, our block is hollow, but it's not uniform from all sides. So there's a feature called shell command. So if your block or model is of uniform thickness from all around, you can use shell command and you can specify the thickness, so you can do your job more efficiently. But in this case, the thickness is not uniform. The sides thickness are 1.4 mm. The connector thicknesses are 1.1 mm, and this top thickness is of 1 mm. So we can't use shell command here. So we have to manually create another rectangle, and we have to extrude cut it so we can get that hollowness. So for that, you can also use this command, that is convert entity. So whatever the face you have selected, it scans that face and convert that a particular face into the drawing. I will show you how. So for now I've selected this face. I will select convert entities, as you can see. So I've got this sketch of it. So you will question me, why did I have done this? It is because I have to use offset entities to get my job easier. So I will select offset entities. I will select the boundaries. It will going to select the closed loop, and I will select reverse because I want in the reverse direction. I will specify the thickness of 1.4 mm. There is a catch here. They have mentioned 1.4 mm, but it's not the actual thickness of the wall. I'll tell you because here they have this smaller extra cutouts. So the to increase the clearance between two pieces. So whenever we push into the another piece, so it should remain intact and does not lose easily. That's why we have given this extra cutouts. So they have considered that cutout and added the in the wall thickness. That's why they have mentioned 1.4 mm. But actually it is this cutout height minus 1.4. So the actual thickness is of 1.2 mm. I'll show you like in the other way also. As you can see, they have mentioned the thickness here over here 1.2 mm. So they have excluded the cutout height and only have mentioned the thickness of the wall, that is of 1.2 mm. So if you want to be a good design engineer, you have to analyze your drawing very sharply, or else you will make this smaller mistake and your model can go wrong. For this, I know my thickness is of 1.2 mm, so I will specify my offset of 1.2 and select OK. So I have made my job easier. I've converted that face into convert entities. It converts my face, the boundaries of my face into the drawing. And then I've used offset entities to get the offset of 1.2 mm of that particular drawing. And now I will extrude cut it. So I don't want to like extrude the entire thing since they have mentioned the thickness at the top is of 1 mm. So how to do that? So we'll go to this contour. We'll select the particular contour that we have to extrude cut it. So we only want to extrude cut it this middle part. So it's showing now. It's showing the preview like it cutting the entire thing, but we don't want that. So for that, we'll go to the sketch plane. We'll select offset and offset of 1 mm here. It is taking the offset beyond my block, but I don't want it. I want my offset from inside the block. So I will uh, click this arrow, and so it has taken 1 mm offset, and after that it continues this extrude cut, and I select OK. So right now I have a block of Lego. The wall thicknesses are of 1.2 mm and this top thickness is of 1 mm. And now I will make this connector pieces. So before making that connector pieces, as you can see, my block is not completely filled. It also have hollowness with the connector pieces. My connector pieces is also hollow with the block. So that's why we have to make, so we have to account for that and we have to make those slots here for the connector pieces. We'll again select this face, go to the sketch. We'll make those particular slot and after that we'll make connector block. So the profile is of circular profile. We'll make circle. Circle of 2.6 mm diameter and we have 8 circles on the block. So we'll give the dimension for that 2.6 mm. So the height of this slot from the central axis is of 4 mm. So we'll consider the central origin as my central axis for making the things easier. And now the side length of this slot, like they have not clearly mentioned here, but we can use the connector pieces to get that. So from the central axis, the vertical central axis, it's of 12 mm. So we'll use that. So as you can see, my sketch completely turns black. So it means my sketch is fully defined. And you can also see in bottom here, it also says fully defined. So the second trick that I want to tell you, that instead of making another 7 more slots like this by giving the dimension by making manually, you can use linear pattern command to make your job easier. Select linear sketch pattern, select the axis along which you want your entities to pattern. I want my sketch entities to pattern along this axis and also along this axis. And now select the entities to pattern. So I want 4 entities along this axis, along x-axis. So I will increase the number of entities, and I want 2 entities along the y-axis. I will increase this here. So as you can see, it going out of the scope of my model. So I will use this arrow to reverse the direction, and now it's coming here. It's still going out of the uh, scope of my object. So I have to define the gaps between the each entities. So for that, you can again observe your drawing to get that gap between them. So as you can see, my object is a symmetrical object, and from central axis to the center of this central block is of 4 mm. So the distance between two connector blocks in vertical direction is of 8 mm. So along the vertical direction, I will define my spaces of 8 mm. And now I have to define along the horizontal axis. So for that, we'll again observe our drawing to get that the dimension between them. Observe in your front view that from the central vertical axis to the center of this slot is of 4 mm. So the distance between two slot is of 8 mm. So it is also same as the vertical, and press OK. So we have successfully made our slots, and will now extrude cut it. So it has automatically detected the slots. No need to change anything, just press OK. And now we have our slots, and now we'll make the connector blocks. Again, we'll sketch on this face, and now we'll make our connector blocks. So the dimension of the connector block is of 4.8 mm diameter. So we'll again use circle. We'll use the center of this slot and of 4.8. So we have completed this first slot, first connector block. So many of you would say like we'll use the same linear pattern command as we have used for this slot for making this connector block. But one thing is there, our connector block is also hollow, and it is also going above this block. So the slot on the block should match with the hollow space of this connector block. So first we'll extrude this only one connector block. So the height of this connector block is of 1.8 mm. And here one is a very crucial step that many beginners will miss here. is that you have to uncheck this merge result. So what my intentions are, I do not want this connector block and this whole rectangular block to be of a single object. I want it separate. The reason is I want to perform another extrude cut command on this connector block, but I don't want this rectangular block to be in between. So I will hide that block and I will only use this connector block for my operation. So I will show you that what did I mean. I will select this merge result. I will untick this merge result, then press OK. So I have this connector block. So as you can see here, it's a very crucial step. As you can see, it shows solid bodies too. So why it's showing this? Because I've not merged this two bodies together. That's why it's showing two object. So you can right click on this rectangular block and you can hide it, and still we have this connector block. So we'll go at the bottom of that, we'll select here and we'll go to the sketch command, and we'll also use this convert entities command, and we'll again use this sketch offset entities, and we'll reverse the direction offset of 1.1 mm to get this 2.6 mm. I will get that, then press OK, and now we'll extrude cut that extra part. We'll go to this select contour, we'll select the particular area that we want to extrude cut it, and we want to extrude cut it by, so as you can see, this top wall thickness is of 1.1 mm, and the height of this connector block is of 1.8 mm. So we'll use these values, 1.8 minus 1.1, so 0.7 mm we want to extrude cut our object, and press OK. And now we'll, so let's linear pattern this connector block. Select linear pattern, select the axis along which you want to pattern your object, and select the features and face. I want to select two features because also I have carried out the extrude command and the extrude cut command for this block. And you can use the same value as the slot command because it is above the slot only, and press OK. So we have successfully made our block, and still we have two bodies. So to resolve this, we only want one body as my final result. So press S and search for combine feature. Here you have, select combine, and left click it and drag it over your body. So it select all the object that it has, and you have to select this add operation type and press OK. So it converted into the only one object, and now we'll add the extra support which it has. As you can see here, it has 12 supports, 2 on the vertical sides and 4 on the horizontal sides of the height of 0.2 mm. So for that, select this face. So we'll not make all the supports, we'll use the mirror command to make our job easier. So for that, select rectangle, centered rectangle, make it here and make it here. Also we need one more here, and now we only want this section, that is after this thickness of this wall. So for that we have to give zero point 0.4. So after that we'll only receive 0.2 mm. We'll give zero point 0.4. So half of that will go into this thickness only. That's why we have given the dimension of zero point 0.4 mm. We'll do the same for this also. And also I want to show one feature also. If you don't want to give the dimension again and again, just select that the line that you have given the dimension, press shift, select the line that you have not given the dimension, and here you have this equal feature, select equal, that it automatically given the same dimension as of that line. And the length of this support is of 1.2 mm. So I will give that. So select this, press shift, select this, again press shift, select this, and equal. And the height of this vertical support from the central axis is of 4 mm. And for this horizontal supports, you can use the slots dimensions because it is going from the center of the support. So it is of 4 mm from the central axis. And the distance between two connector block is of 8 mm as we have seen in the linear pattern step. So we'll give that here. And now we'll use the mirror features to mirror all over the body. For that we have to make two axes. One is of vertical axis and convert this into the construction geometry, and second will be the horizontal axis, also convert this into the construction geometry. So go to the mirror entities, select all the entities, select mirror about. So I want to mirror about vertical axis, press OK. Now again select all the entities, again go to the mirror entities, select mirror about the horizontal axis, and then press OK. And now we'll go to the feature command, select extrude. So it has automatically selected all the slots, all the supports, reverse it and select up to the next, and then press OK. And only one thing is remaining, this central part. So it is of 1.2 mm thickness. Oh, sorry, 1.1 mm. And we have a circle of 6.5 mm. So we have to consider that before extruding it. And now go to the extrude boss base. Go to the contours. Select contours. And now extrude it by. So they have not clearly mentioned the length of this extrude, but we'll use the basic logic for getting the length of this. So they have mentioned the 1 mm of thickness here and 2.3 mm of gap here. The total height is of 9.6. So we'll use 9.6 minus 1 minus 2.3 and then press OK. And then done. So we have made it a part successfully. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and I will also attach this PNG in the description box so you can get it and you can practice by your own. So if you always use the correct approach from starting only, your model will always be stable, clean, and easy to editable in the future. If you like this video, do like and subscribe, control and create.